Hey, I see that we have two people here today so far. So I'm just going to let give people some time to come on in. I'm so excited today to start this reading. So I'm just getting my cards together. But how has everyone's day been so far? Oh, hello, Karhu. So nice to see you here and to be with you today. I hope everyone's having a great day. Oh, hi, Anver. How are you again? Oh, okay. Court's going to band practice. That sounds like fun. Okay. So, yes, definitely. I will send you all of my blessings and direct all of my positive energy to you for your band practice today, Court. So, just know that I am with you and my energy is with you as you rehearse today. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. Did anyone else watch my new video that I just released? I just released this really fun video. Basically, I go over the Harry Potter Hogwarts houses and I look at your zodiac signs and then I sort them into the houses. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet, I definitely would recommend you check it out because it's a really fun way to kind of look and kind of understand the zodiac signs better and kind of see where you would be sorted into. So if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. But I'm excited for everyone who's here today, and I'm so excited to get started with you guys. So I'm not sure if you saw my email, but I have the reading rates there for basically what you're going to do is you're going to use the super chat function, and then you can choose what kind of reading you want. If you want a 1-card reading, a 2-card reading, or a 3-card reading, or a 3-card reading with a sketch. So definitely check that out as well if you haven't already. You can get started today. But has anyone else tried and or watched my new video and sorted themselves into a house? Because I'm wondering how accurate it is for you guys. Let's see. Would you guys like me to also play some like music, some like chant, like vibrational frequency music? Because I like to do that sometimes when I'm doing my readings. So definitely let me know if you guys would be interested in me playing some music. Oh, email? Okay, so yeah, so the email is, oh, you're a Taurus. Okay, awesome. Oh, see, Amber. Okay, thank you. What is your question for your reading today, see, Amber? But yeah, definitely check it out, Karhu, because it's very interesting. Because for me in my house, it actually really aligned. But I'm wondering, like, I'd love to see how many people, because obviously the Harry Potter stuff is just for fun. So, I'm not sure necessarily that it will, be true for everyone, but I'd love to see how many people's zodiac signs align with their house because it's really interesting because mine does. So I think it's kind of cool. And oh, hi, Karina. Hi, how are you? Oh, okay. So for everyone who hasn't gotten the email or who didn't receive the email, I will tell you guys really quick, give you a rundown of today's prices. So basically, for a 1-card reading, it's $10. For a 2-card reading, it's $15. For a 3-card reading, it's $20. And then if you want a 4-card reading plus a drawing, it's $30. So these are all pretty good rates and everything. Definitely, obviously, if you go see a psychic, face to face. Oh, see, Amber, you didn't get the email. That's okay. But yeah, definitely make sure to subscribe to our email because that will definitely let you guys know when I'm going live next. But basically, yeah, so I think it's really a great opportunity too, because when you go and see a psychic, when like if I were to see someone face to face, the rates are like very expensive. So I think it's great because you still get a full psychic one-on-one personal reading, but it's still a really, really good deal. So yeah, Karina, that's so great that you're good. I love that. And then see, Amber, yeah, just make sure to subscribe to our email address, or I'm sorry, our email list, and that will help you start getting emails in the future. Okay, so yeah, so basically, so I'll start with C. Amber today. And then, as everyone, as I do see Amber's reading, then you guys can definitely go next if anyone else has some questions for me today. So do you think, oh, Danielle, or Danelle, I'm sorry, Danelle, thank you so much. So Danelle, after I address C. Amber's question, I will do your reading. And you, since you did 30, you want the 4-card reading plus the drawing. So that's going to be a really awesome reading. I'm really excited to start that one with you. So I will do C. Amber's though for a 1-card reading really quickly first, and then I will get to you, Danelle. So do you think I should contact Ellie in a couple of days or let her contact me? Okay. Well, let's see, Amber, what the cards have to say today for you. So I have lots of cards here for us today for our readings. So I'm just going to shuffle through these. But I'm happy you guys are all having a great day. When I was getting ready for this reading with you guys, I was actually, praying and meditating and listening to some beautiful music. And I was honestly getting goosebumps just thinking about this opportunity that I'll get to, spend this time with you today and just be able to talk to you and hopefully inspire you and give you spiritual guidance. So honestly, it really affects me because I literally was like, what is it that God, the universe, want to convey to you guys today? And I was really just trying to set my intentions for today's reading. So yeah, so I'm just so excited, and it's just going to be a great day, a great year. I just have so many good feelings. So I'm going to be shuffling the cards and we will see Amber. So just setting my intention here. So you want to know if you should contact Ellie in a couple of days. And then also, while I do that, Danelle, if you want to put in your question down below, which you may already be doing, which would be great. I'm just shuffling the cards as you guys can see here. And setting my intentions for this reading. See, Amber, if you want more cards and more clarification too, definitely you can get that too for a follow-up as well. Okay. Okay, so see, Amber. So for you, I pulled the Breathing Rose. So this is very clear to me right now that the Breathing Rose, it's all about breathing. It's all about letting you have time, take time. It says, heart healing, emotions, connection, and time. So this is very clear to me right away. You need to give this time. So I believe that since your question directly was, should you contact her in a couple of days or let her contact me? I feel that I would honestly give her time to contact you, give her around, a week or so. And if she doesn't contact you by then I believe you should follow up. But this is very clear here that the message for you is, again, time and, again, breathing. When we breathe, what are we doing? We're inhaling and we're exhaling. We're allowing that time to take place. We're allowing that healing and that connection to really, heal and to be healed over the time that we allow ourselves to just be present in the moment. So I believe for you, this is really saying you need to really allow the time to take place for her to be able to heal from what you guys have experienced in the past and from the hurt that has been caused. So I definitely wouldn't follow up with her yet. I would give her the time to reach out to you. And then if she doesn't reach out to you within a week, I would then follow up with her. So I hope that clarified some things for you. And then I'm going to go to Danelle's reading next. And also thank you, Nancy, so much. Thank you so much. I will get to you next. So Danelle. Thank you so much. So you did the 4-card reading and the drawing. Okay, so great. So Danelle, let's see what your question you have for me today is. Who is my soulmate and when will I meet him? Or have we met already? Okay. So I'm going to, I have my journal here today. So first I'm just going to really concentrate, Danelle, on you and setting that intention for your soulmate for today. So I'm going to start, seeing where this reading is going to lead to. I'm going to be drawing in my journal here. So, actually I'm going to use, I feel like purple isn't necessarily, I wish I had my green pen here because green is the heart chakra and we're really focusing on the heart chakra in this reading, but Okay, so I'm going to write your name here, Danelle. And I'm going to just see where I'm guided in your reading here. So as you can see, I'm writing your name. And I just let the pen really guide me here, let my intuition guide me just to start off the reading. Okay. Okay, so I just started. This is what I've felt so far here for you, Janelle. So this is kind of interesting. Basically, what I feel here is I wrote down soulmate just so we can kind of manifest that in our reading today. And I'm going to tear off this paper and, use it for our card reading. But I really felt here that there was, there's going to be conflict. I already feel. Then there's going to be, this is really interesting because I saw directly an arrow going upward and an arrow going downward. So I think the cards will provide us more clarity there. It's almost like we're going to have to definitely get more clarity. Oh, and Carrie, oh, well, hi, Mama Wings. So nice that it's your first time here. Welcome. Welcome to our community. And then Carrie, how you pay is basically you're going to use that little icon. It's like a money icon under where the chat is. It's called like the super chat. And then if you want a 1 card reading, it's $10. 2 card reading is $15, I believe. I just set these prices for now just because I wanted to do something that was pretty affordable. So 2 card reading is $15, 3 card reading is $20, and then a 4 card reading is $30. Plus you will get a drawing as well as part of the reading. So right now I'm doing Janelle's reading. So, okay. So basically we're going to have to get some more clarity here, Danelle. And we will get more clarity. I'm going to tear off this piece of paper and kind of see where this directs us. I definitely feel this up and down, and I don't know what that necessarily means. So let's look to the cards, Danelle, to kind of get an understanding here about that. But I feel like very strongly. Oh, and Karina, I'm sorry. So basically, yes, you can do the initials. We can do the initials, but again, that would be the $30 donation package, which again, thank you. I'm so grateful for that because again, it really helps allow me to do these readings with you guys. So thank you so much. And it's actually, when I do them face to face, they're normally hundreds of dollars. So I am like, definitely doing a very significant, as low as I can offer, I'm giving to you guys today because I still enjoy it and love helping you guys so much. So basically up and down is what I'm really feeling for you, Danelle. And okay, up and down. So I'm going to fold your piece, Danelle, and we're going to start shuffling the cards. And then I'm going to place the cards once I cut the deck. So here we go. If you guys can see, I want to have it so you guys can see the cards, but I'm shuffling right now currently. And just allowing my intuition to really guide me here, just really centering myself. I'll kind of walk you through everything that I'm feeling and thinking because I feel like that's kind of helpful too. So right now I'm just really thinking, I'm really focusing on Danelle. Danelle, what do I see in his past? What do I see in the future? Or who is him? Who is the soulmate? Who is the other half? Who is the one that is that strong connection, that strong love? I'm just really breathing it in. I feel a ton of energy coming at me at once. So I'm really trying to just inhale, and just center that on you, center that on this reading and what is to come, what is been destined. We are really just trying to find here today. So, okay, I already feel I wanted to cut the deck here. This is definitely your first card, Danelle. And I'm going to knock your energy of your soulmate in the drawing that we started with the reading. So Had to say a quick prayer there just to kind of get guided. And then, okay, our first card for you, Danelle, is the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities. So your soulmate is definitely, it's going to be a second chance in some way where you almost feel like it was too late. So it's almost someone that I believe, it's a new possibility. So in a lot of ways, it's going to be new, but at the same time, it's going to be old. So I believe from this card, what we're kind of seeing here is this relationship is going to bloom from something that has already been established in your life and a relationship that you already currently have with someone. And this is going to be kind of the second chance. So it's almost revisiting a connection that you already have. So that kind of answers already your first question here is it someone you don't know yet, or is it someone that you are going to, reconnect with? And I feel here that the universe is already telling us that it's going to be a second chance. It's going to be someone that, maybe, okay, I'm even sensing here a little bit that there was hurt or there was an issue that you guys had. So I feel very strongly already from our first card that there was some struggle. Maybe that's kind of the up and down. Okay. I'm feeling very much so that there was some, some roller coaster like feelings in your relationship. There was ups and there was downs. And that's kind of why I feel like right here, back in the card in the original drawing, when I was feeling and manifesting your soulmate into the paper, you see how it's up and down. So I believe, again, there's that up and down nature. And this is the second bloom. So that really means here that it was up and down, but now it will be up, and that will lead you to this soulmate. So I really believe that it's someone you already know, but let's continue to pull another card and really get more clarity here. But it's seeming almost like you or them need to give them, I believe it's more actually, again, I'm just adjusting with how I'm feeling intuitively and what's coming to me. But I feel here that basically you have to give this person a second chance almost. They are your soulmate, but they've hurt you in some way. And there's that second chance, that new beginning that you have to experience with them. So let's pull our next card, Danelle, and see a little bit more clearly what we are being directed towards. So your next card I'm pulling for you here is this top one. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense here. So this is the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold card. So again, this really clarifies this because, again, I saw this up and down energy. And this really shows that up and down energy again, because there was definitely a lot of pain in your history with your soulmate. Okay. There's going to be that, conflict that you and your soulmate have already experienced. And that's why there's this lightning, this darkness that you've experienced, even with your soulmate, because sometimes our soulmate and the person that we're destined for, it's not always, a beautiful path. It's sometimes a very hard path, right? That we have to take in order to find that light and find that, ultimate bliss and ultimate connection with them. Sometimes we have to endure really hard struggles. And it doesn't mean that they're not the right person. It means that it wasn't the right time. So I believe that with your soulmate, it wasn't the right time. It's this person that's already in your life in some way. And it's a person too that you have also had kind of a turbulent relationship with. Like, it's coming to me here that it's like, it's very passionate. Like, there's so much you feel when you're with them, again, that there's something different. It's like when you met them the first time, you just felt like you knew them for much longer than you actually have known them. And because of that, there's this karmic aspect to your guys' relationship where sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, just as I kind of drew a little bit earlier on in our reading. So there's a lot of basically tension in your relationship, but I feel like there needs to be basically some facing of all that tension, and we need to really be able to relieve that tension and let go of that energy in order to get to that great place with your soulmate and to find that connection fully and let that connection be completely manifested. So that's kind of what I'm getting from these two. So it's someone you already know, someone you've had somewhat of a history with that has been a little bit rocky and a little bit, up and down. Okay, so let's pull our next card for even more clarity for you right now, Danelle. So I feel a lot of energy here, Janelle. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of like it's not an easy love story, if that makes sense in any way. It's definitely one that there's been some like hurt, because I already feel like myself, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Actually, if I wasn't wearing a long sleeve, I could show you guys. So I'm getting goosebumps because again, I feel like a ton of energy just rushing in at me like at once. Like I'm almost shaking. Like, do you see I'm shaking kind of? Because there's so much energy like in this relationship, I feel like, Janelle, for you, that it's seriously like affecting me, even because I can feel that there was a lot of pain almost, and that up and down feeling that has, taken place in your relationship. So, all right. So I'm going to shuffle the cards once more. And then now I just was directed to select the last two together. And again, sometimes I can't explain necessarily why, like I'm told certain things, but that's what I was told. I was told to just select the last two cards right now. And I believe that they really go hand in hand. So I'm going to, okay. This card and this card are your last two cards. I already sensed right here. And okay. This card's first. Again, I'm just literally like listening to exactly what is going on. I'm seeing lights with these cards, and then I'm also hearing this card's first. Like I'm hearing this in my head. I'm just kind of wanting to walk you guys through the process so you guys understand kind of what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So this card was told to me to be first. So there's take a break. Okay, this really lines up here. That's insane, because we just were talking about how this person is someone who's already been in your life, that you have had kind of a hard history with this person, but there is potential for that soulmate connection, and that, ending up together in that kind of happily ever after true love scenario with that connection really blooming. Then we have take a break. So it's really saying here in this card, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. So what this means in context to your soulmate and to this relationship is that you needed to take a break with this person. You needed to take that time in order for this connection to come together and to really prosper. As you can see at the end of the tunnel in this card, that's when your relationship with your soulmate will be at its best. And that's what it will be like into eternity. But you had to first experience this up and down nature in your relationship, Janelle. And then the second bloom may occur, right? And before the second bloom can occur, we have to take a break. So that's why you had a break with this person. This is someone that you currently are having a break with. Again, there's that up and down nature. And then after this break, after this certain amount of time, that connection will be able to really come together here. And that's where that second bloom, and that's when the second bloom will occur. So let's go to our last card I pulled for you, Danelle, to just finalize all the clarity and what we've learned today through this reading. Okay. So this is interesting. Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. So I believe here that in order for the bloom to occur, there needs to be a higher degree of support in your relationship. And I'm seeing an ear right now. So I'm feeling like there needs to be an increase in listening. I feel like this relationship with this person has been so, again, up and down, just as I, had drawn when I was, really meditating here, that up and down aspect of the relationship. I believe there needs to be some peace in order for it to really progress through our initiation to where we want the relationship to be with your soulmate. So basically, I'm feeling that there needs to be, again, some more hearing, some more listening. Mercy as well is coming to me right now, that you need to have mercy and be forgiving. There needs to be this aspect of forgiveness and honoring each other and honoring each other's wishes. So I believe, again, that there's so much like fire in your relationship. I'm feeling a lot of fire, and we really need to instead lean on water as our main element in this relationship in order for it to become the soulmate relationship that it can be and, has the potential to be. Because I believe here it has such potential to be such an amazing relationship that is so calm, that is so peaceful. And, that second bloom can occur and will occur for you as soon as you are able to really, so that what we're looking at here can occur as soon as you are able to just allow time to take a break And then you are able to learn how to really heal in order to really, honor and respect one another in the relationship. So once you're able to listen and honor each other in that way, and really, take a second. I believe this too. I'm really feeling like this is a message I need to send right now too. Is I believe sometimes there's a little bit of a desire to kind of just talk or speak or kind of just interrupt in a way. And instead of that fiery personality, allowing that to take hold of your relationship, allowing it to be so up and down and so, hot and cold, what we really need to do here is we really need to just take a second to breathe, to be present and mindful of the other person, understand where that person is coming from and what they are bringing and where they are coming from, what their perspective is, right? We all have different perspectives, but we need to respect other people's perspectives and listen and understand and feel that empathy, right? And that will only build your soul connection with this person. Just understanding that their sight of the world, their experiences have been different than yours. So I believe once you calm down, once you take the time to really listen to them and understand them, that person will be able to really be in a relationship with you that will last forever, So as soon as you do that, that's when your soulmate and your relationship will fully be able to come together. So I hope that made sense for you, Janelle, and I hope you enjoyed the reading today. And the next reading we have is Nancy. And Nancy's question is, I really would like to know when I'm going to break out of the friend zone. I'm a Libra. Okay, so the friend zone can be actually so hard. It can definitely be something that can either really create such an amazing relationship, I feel like, or it can be something that can be hard again to break out of because it's like we don't always know. And definitely comment if any of you guys can relate here, where it's like we don't always know if coming out of that friendship will be good for us and for that relationship, because it's like you don't want to mess up that connection and that friendship you already have. But at the same time, you're like, could this have potential for something just completely passionate and amazing, because this person already knows me so well. And, I love this person already on, a level of friendship and that sort of, aspect of love. So, could our passion and could us coming together be such a beautiful thing? And, I believe that a lot of the times, friendships turn into the most romantic connections, again, because there's that emotional intimacy that we build with each other and that familiarity. If the attraction is there, it can really become something beautiful. So let's look at our cards and kind of see here if you are destined to come out of the friend zone with this person. Okay, so here we go. I'm called to this card right now for you, Nancy. So Nancy, okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting, Nancy. So you got the Fertile Void card, okay? And that might seem scary at first, but it's inner winter, it's rest, it's patience, potency, and secret beginnings. So the two things that are really standing out to me for you, Nancy, in this reading here is rest, because winter, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for spring. Okay, this is great, Nancy, already, because I really feel very powerful with your reading here, because winter, we are all waiting for spring. What is spring? Spring, is mating season. It's when the animals come together and find that love. So you were asking if you're going to be out of the friend zone or not, Nancy. I mean, it's pretty clear to me already that basically with secret beginnings on top of it. So actually, we'll move to that concept next. There's so many energies coming at me at once, but already this is very clear to me that yes, what is winter building up to? It's building up to something that's beyond the friend zone. It's building up to spring, the time when we reproduce, the time when, the animals come together. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen Bambi, but it's like, they go through winter and it's, it's time to hibernate. It's time to rest. It's time to recharge. That's time for friendship, right, Nancy? So that's the time that, you're having this friendship. You're building up, you're waiting for spring, which is where the fruit comes. That's where the flowers bloom and life occurs. And that's where the relationship will manifest itself. So basically right now you are in that fertile void. You are right now in winter, waiting for spring. And when spring occurs, that's when your friendship will turn into something more. So that already kind of answers our question. But, you know, I do want to also talk about this aspect that came with this card as well. So it's secret beginnings. So I almost feel like here for you, Nancy, this is kind of interesting here. So I almost feel like it's going to occur and it's going to happen secretly. So you and your friend, I think, are going to start seeing each other, but it's going to happen in a very, you know, secretive way. And that's not a bad thing either. I don't want you to think that. I think it's kind of, you know, playful almost. Like there'll be this kind of like secret, like language between the two of you that only you guys can really understand. And you guys will kind of just start building on this romantic like chemistry you have with each other. It will just keep building and building and building, you know, until something really beautiful occurs. So does that make sense, Nancy? That basically it's going to take place just as your friendship has already, you know, occurred, but it's going to continue to build flirtatiously, romantically. It's going to continue to build like that tension. And then in spring, the relationship will, you know, bloom and blossom. So that was a very clear answer. And I really loved that reading because again, and it's also very fun, you know, it's very exciting. There's so much excitement coming with that and coming with your relationship developing with this person. So I'm excited for you, Nancy. I think that that's awesome. And I think that that's amazing that you have that potential to turn into something romantic with this person. Also, Pam, thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you so much. I will get to your reading as soon as I just have to go in order, but I will get to your reading right after. But thank you so much for your kindness. And it really helps, again, our channel and helps us it allows me to continue to do these readings for you at like the lowest rate I can possibly offer. So thank you guys so much. And occasionally, you know, I can try and do free readings as well. But most of the time, you know, this is, again, it does take a lot of energy and time. And, you know, when I do in-person readings, you know, it normally is a much higher rate. So thank you for, you know, understanding, and thank you for just trusting me here and just, you know, and just being with me here today. Even if you just came to support this reading and this community, I just am so appreciative. Every time you guys watch a video, every time you comment on a video, I read that and I'm just like, I love this community of people. I just love you all so much. And it feels like a family to me. So thank you guys so much for everything you guys do. Just know that I don't just take this for granted. I honestly am just so grateful for every single person here, every single soul that I encounter. So you guys are all just beautiful and special and just amazing people. So thank you. So next, I'm going to do Carrie. And Carrie, let's see. So thank you, Carrie, again so much. You are I'm so appreciative of you and every contribution that you've made to helping us. So, okay, Carrie. So Carrie, should I get back together with my boyfriend? Oh, and then Nancy, really quickly, Carrie, before I switch over my energies to you, I just wanted to say, Nancy said, totally makes sense. He's a Taurus. Oh my gosh, Nancy, that's crazy. That's awesome. That, you know, I like, again, I love when people are able to tell me how my reading has helped them, or like how they've seen more clearly through my reading. That always is like one of the best compliments, you know, ever, just to hear that I'm helping in some way. So thank you, Nancy. I'm so happy for you and I'm happy you enjoyed. And then Pam, and then Carrie. And then after Carrie, I will go to Pam. So Carrie, you said, should I get back together with my boyfriend? Okay, Carrie. So Carrie and your boyfriend, should you get back together? Let's see. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. Okay. I don't know why, again, Carrie, like I have to just kind of go with what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. I feel like it ended on a very like heartbreaking note. Maybe not, but can you confirm to me if that is true? I feel like there was heartbreak involved in it to some degree, or like sadness. I'm feeling sadness for some reason. I don't know. I kind of want to look at the card, but we'll see here what that means. But I'm just feeling like a sad energy, like almost like just like helpless energy, just very heartbroken almost. So let's see. Okay. So the card that I pulled for you, Carrie, is Trust the Seasons. Embracing change cycles of life, transition, and growth. I already know exactly what the situation is here for you, Carrie. So basically this change that occurred, in your relationship with your boyfriend, it's all just happening exactly at the time it's supposed to. There's almost, a transition that needed to happen. There's some growth that needed to happen with you, Carrie. It basically, the season had to fully come to a cycle. But I already see here that as change occurs, as this transition occurs, I actually, I know I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going to pull another card for you, Carrie, just to get more clarity here, because this is kind of showing the past of the relationship. Yes. So like it's showing us that there's this change that occurred with you, but I kind of just do want to pull another card for you because again, I want to give you as much clarity as possible here, because this is already showing us that growth needs to occur before there's the potential of you getting back together, but it's not necessarily telling us yet whether coming back together will happen. But there's definitely growth and change that needs to occur first. So let's pick another card for you, actually, Carrie, as well, just to kind of get more clarity. This card just literally jumped out at me. It's just crazy. I wish, like, you guys, like, this literally, I went to shuffle and this card just, like, jumped at me. So we're going to go with this one. The Mystic Rose. Okay, this really answers a lot for us, Carrie. So the Mystic Rose is compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. Okay. This already makes a lot of sense here, Carrie. So there was change that had to occur with your relationship, right? There was this cycle, there was this transition and growth. And, it shows here Mother Mary, who is compassionate. She is so devoted and humble. So in order for the devotion to occur in your relationship, for the rose to bloom and blossom once more, there needs to be this grace and there needs to be this devotion reestablished in your relationship. So I feel like, again, there was something that, caused hurt in your relationship. So that hurt needs to really be, challenged. We need to grow out of whatever hurt. Because again, I felt that energy initially when I started doing your reading today. I felt that hurt energy, that sadness. So someone needs to grow. I feel like it's your boyfriend, to be honest, not to be offensive to your boyfriend at all. Or your ex-boyfriend. I feel like he needs to grow in a way. He needs to grow. And then once that growth occurs, Mary here is love. So once that growth occurs, once there is that, compassion and that devotion to each other reestablished, you can come back together and find that love and find that heart and find that rose of a relationship. So I hope that makes sense for you, Carrie. And thank you. Oh, thank you with a heart. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much. I hope that helped too. And, I wanted to do 2 cards for you because I really felt like I wanted to give you the best reading, I could possibly give you, because it's important to me that you guys enjoy and really find clarity in the reading. So thank you so much, Carrie. And then Pam, it says, is this relationship over or will we continue to work things out? Okay, Pam. Okay, so Pam, is this relationship over or will we continue to work things out? So current relationship, Pam, for you. The current relationship has been having challenges, has had some negative aspects, some, some like darkness in a way, a little bit. I feel like kind of like I was seeing kind of like a dark path in some ways. So I just want to see now beyond that current state of the relationship, so we can kind of see what the future holds with the relationship and if it will continue to occur, and we can go from there. So okay. Pam, this is crazy. Okay, so this is literally the clearest we can get. This is the clearest card we can even uphold. You literally asked, is this relationship over or will we continue to work things out? As I told you, and I'll show you the card in a second. It's crazy. So as I told you, I saw that darkness. I saw that that's currently, the current state. And I said, what's the future look like? Is this relationship over, or will we continue to work things out? So I was thinking in my brain, like in my mind, I'm sorry, not my brain, my mind, in my soul, I was meditating on, will we continue to work things out? Will Pam be able to work this out? And this is literally what I just pulled. Yes. So that is honestly, that's literally like the chances that I would, you know what I mean? Like that's just divinely, that's an answer right there. That's very clear. You will continue to work things out. But I'm going to pull another card for you, Pam, because I want to give you kind of a little bit more guidance here on how things will work out. But already, I feel that definitive answer we're getting here from the universe and from our spirits and our angels that things will work out. But let's look into how it will, because I do want to provide a little bit more guidance. Because again, it was very definitive, but I don't feel like necessarily it gave you every aspect of how things will work out. So shuffling here, as you can see. So we are shuffling. I'm shuffling on the table, and then I'm like, okay. It's hard to shuffle like up here. Okay. Okay. I already feel this is the card, Pam, that will kind of give us more guidance. Okay. So it literally says leap. This is, Pam, this is crazy to me. So it says leap, you go first. The universe will catch you. So basically the universe wants to tell you right now, God, your spirits, your angels want to tell you right now. They want to tell you that, first of all, yes, your relationship will be able to overcome the challenges, right? Just like the first card we got was yes. But first, you need to trust the universe. And it says, literally, it says right here, it says, you go first. Okay. So I believe here that you have to take a leap of faith here in order for this relationship to work. So it's something on your end, Pam, I feel like, to be honest, it's something that you have to trust with. You have to believe, you have to make some sort of move for this relationship to work. It will work. Yes was right here. It will continue. You'll work things out. But there is some leap of faith that you're going to need to take. There's some action that you're going to need to take, Pam, in order for this relationship to work. But it will, again. So that's not discouraging. That's just, showing you that once you take this leap, once you, do this action, right? Once you go first, and I believe that you understand what this means in a way too. I feel like you understand what this is exactly. But if you need more clarity, again, I can pull another card for you after I, address everyone else's readings first. But basically, there's some action that you need to take, some leap of faith that you need to take in order for things to work out. So I hope that kind of helped you, Pam. And then also, if you want more clarity on what that looks like, definitely I can take you again after I go through everyone else. So thank you, Pam. Thank you so much for your kind contribution. And I hope, I loved that reading. I really hope that helped you as well too. So now I see, and then also, I want to quickly say, Carrie, oh my gosh. So Carrie said, thank you. He cheated. I'm so sorry, Carrie. But that makes a lot of sense based on our reading. And then it said, thank you so much. Love and light to you too, Carrie. I'm so happy that makes a lot of sense, hearing that now, just confirmed through our reading. And I'm just so happy that reading helped you. And thank you again. Love and light and blessings to you as well, Carrie. And okay, so Rosalina, you are next. So Rosalina, can I get my soulmate name? If not, then can I know about my love life? Okay, so Rosalina, okay, I will let you know kind of about your love life, about your soulmate as well. So for the name, that service is a little bit more of a donation is required, but I'm still going to do as much of a reading as I can for you today, Rosalina. As much as I possibly can, I will give you some details. So, and thank you so much, Rosalina. And I really am looking forward to doing your reading right now. I'm setting my intentions on you, on your love life, on your soulmate, and just really trying to feel clarity here and feel that guidance. So here we go, Rosalina. Sorry, I'm just having to take a moment here and just really setting my intentions, centering my heart with you guys today, because you guys are just each a unique miracle, and it's a miracle to be here. It's a miracle to do this with you right now and to just be present with you all. So I'm just really getting back to my roots. I'm feeling like I was feeling, again, because it does take energy and it takes a lot of feeling of everyone's situation. So I'm just trying to recenter myself and be open to the energy around, and be open right now to as well to Rosalina, in order to really just understand what the message is for you today. So okay, so Rosalina, the first card I pulled for you today is the Ever Unfolding Rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So that's very powerful right there. So basically, your love life is just unfolding. Like, you are on the cusp of something in your love life, monumental, Rosalina. So, it's opening. There's an open door about to occur. There's an open blossom in your love life about to occur. So I almost feel like it's a relationship that you're about to enter into that will be the correct one, that will be the right one, that will be your soul connection. It's happening for you, not to you. So something for you, it's happening, and it's going to happen soon, because again, we're looking up at the pillars. There's a journey ahead, but it's a close journey. You have to open up in a way. I feel like here you need to open up in order to fully embrace this relationship. So I almost feel like here it's divinely guided, but there's a little bit that's closed off with you, Rosalina, that I'm sensing here. It's like you are kind of having issues being vulnerable and open with other people in a romantic way, if that makes sense. Let me know too if that makes sense to you. And basically, and also just also really quickly, that's really funny, Datfish Gal. You just said Datfish Gal just told us that he's sat his phone down for a minute to go do some chores, and my little lovebird knocked his beak against the screen. Aw, I love I love animals so much. So that's the best thing ever. And comment, let me know if you guys have like an animal or love animals too, because I'm the biggest animal lover ever. Like, I am obsessed with animals. I'm definitely I'm very like spiritually in tune with animals. And one of my, patron saints is Saint Francis, who's the patron saint of animals. So, I mean, I'm definitely very passionate about animals, and I love that. And I actually used to foster kittens, and I have a dog. I don't know what she's laying down somewhere, but I have a dog too. So if you see a dog back here, there's a little dog, because again, I love animals. So that was beautiful. But anyway, focusing my intentions back upon you, Rosalina. I hope this makes sense as far as, and Pam, you said yes, thanks. Oh, I'm so happy you enjoyed, Pam. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today and being with me here and being with all of us. So what I'm seeing for you, Rosalina, again, is that you are having issues opening up in some way, and you are having issues being vulnerable in your love life. So I almost feel that this relationship will blossom and bloom. As you can see, the rose blossoms and blooms as soon as she is opening up, as soon as she is just letting go. She's opening her arms. Like, her arms are both wide open. And Rosalina, do not feel alone here if you are having issues opening up to other people, because again, I'm the first person to say I am not perfect at all. And I struggle with a lot of these things too. And I personally struggle with opening up with people in romantic situations sometimes when it comes to, things, my past or my vulnerabilities. Like, sometimes it can be hard for me to just fully trust, because in past relationships, I've been, hurt. So I don't know if you can relate to that, Rosalina, but I feel like very called to tell you that I also too, so this is a thing that I'm working on every day, is being able to be open, because to find our soulmate, to manifest our soulmate here, we need to be open and be willing to, we have to know within ourselves, even when we're vulnerable, even when there's things that have hurt us in the past and things that we are either, hurt by, or we feel so, weak almost around these things. We need to basically just be okay within ourselves and find that strength within in order to allow people, to allow my soulmate in and to allow your soulmate in too, Rosalina. We need to be okay telling them everything, letting them know, the things that we feel sad about, the things that are still things that we are dealing with traumatically, or, our insecurities or things that we struggle with. We have to be so open, because in order to find the right person, we have to be fully open with the things that are just delicate to our hearts, right? And we almost just have to be just willing to just be ourselves completely in every single way possible, and to just trust. Because again, I feel like you may really understand what I'm saying here with this, because I personally have opened up to people in my past that I loved, and that they basically very much hurt me in a lot of ways when I opened up to them, and that really set this mindset within me. And this is something that I'm working on every day and praying about every day. Is I feel almost, very scared to be honest with other people and tell them about, certain things in my life, because again, I was hurt so badly before. And of course, that person has since apologized, and we've reconciled since then. But at the time, I was so hurt by their reaction that I was so scared to just be honest, with other people moving forward, and just to really be open in my relationships. But, since then, I've just realized we need to be honest about, our struggles. We need to be honest. We need to realize that we're not perfect. No one's perfect. Because this is another thing I feel very called to tell you right now, Rosalina, is that I don't know if anyone else struggles with perfectionism a little bit. I definitely struggle with that. I struggle with always, wanting to be better, wanting to be perfect. I struggle with, forgiving myself. I'm probably my worst enemy, and I feel like if anyone can relate, let me know. But I feel like I'm so hard on myself. And then I look and I think of how I, am towards other people. And it's I'm very I don't judge other people. I am very much someone who wants to open, just like in the card that we pulled, I want to open myself up to other people and just pour out love and kindness and empathy. But then it's with me, why am I so non-forgiving of myself? Or why am I so hard on myself? Why am I never smart enough? Or why am I, not successful enough, or this or that? And it's what if we started treating ourselves the way we treat others? What if we started being that kind and that loving towards ourselves? So I really feel like that's kind of something that you need to hear, Rosalina. And that's something that I felt, again, very called to talk about, is finding that love within, treating yourself in that, just with that kindness and that compassion, in order to find passion with another person. And that's something that too, I definitely feel like I have as well. And Fish Kelly said, I struggle with that as well. Sometimes it's hard to feel like I'm worth it and that I'll never be enough. I completely understand. It's crazy, because sometimes it's when I think about it, at the end of the day, I know, who I am and what I'm worth and what, my future will hold. But it doesn't stop the fact that throughout the day, if I hear, someone say this, I always want everyone to like me. I always want to be the nicest, the happiest, the this, the that, because that's how it's been my whole life. And, I allow any negativity or any thing that's less than perfect to really get to me. But it's I need to be kinder with myself, because, we might know our worth, but we don't always tell ourselves those affirmations that we need to hear throughout the day. And that can really, hurt us in a lot of ways. So just kind of letting go and being open, because we find that happiness and that love from within, I think, is really big here. And, also not, and this is something else too, I feel like and I feel like, again, this is something I'm being called to tell you, Rosalina, here, is that, and something I relate to as well, is like, there can be the kindest people around us when it comes to love, for example. There can be like these great, perfect people, but we almost want to go for the person that we know is not good for us. So I feel like that could be part of what I'm feeling with you, Rosalina, is that you have been kind of like wanting to hold on to people that are negative. They're like emotionally unavailable in some ways, and they're kind of like negative influences in a way. And instead of opening up your heart fully to that person that's going to be the person for you. So I feel like, at least for me too, and I could definitely relate here, is like, there's these, when I look at the end of the day and I think of what I want my soulmate, who is my soulmate and what I want to manifest within my soulmate. It's like, I want someone who is just loves me unconditionally, who brings me up, who's the best parts of me, and like, who makes me, who treats me like a princess. And I believe I do deserve to be treated like that. And I believe all of you deserve to be treated in that way. But then it's like, if I look at the guys that I've dated in the past, these are a lot of times, guys who have been basically like the, classic, super confident, funny, but also like the womanizers, the ones who never really want something more. And they're not the ones who basically I will see myself at the end of the day marrying. And again, I think it goes into the same thing of like wanting that acceptance from someone who will never give it to you. It's like that whole dynamic. And I really feel strongly that kind of applies to you in a way, Rosalina, that there's something where it's like searching for this in the wrong ways or in the wrong people. And it's almost like you need to find that within yourself in order to open up to the people you are meant to be with, to the person who is your soulmate. So let's pull another card for you, Rosalina, and then we will go to Karhu, which I'm excited about to do next. But Rosalina, we will go quickly and do you is one more card for you to give us more clarity here. And then the next card I chose for you, Rosalina, is the bloom. So that's crazy because our first card was the ever unfolding rose, and this is the bloom. So when will you bloom? It says creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. So you almost need to, again, once you open yourself up and are vulnerable and open yourself up to the right kind of people, that's when the bloom will occur. That's when you will meet the person you're destined to spend the rest of your life with. That's when you will realize, and I believe strongly that when you meet them, you will realize it. Because it's creations realized, it's the harvest, it's the celebration. So the celebration will occur once the bloom occurs, after the unfolding rose. So after you open up to love is when you will find this true love, okay? So you have to open up yourself first and be vulnerable in order to find that love fully and clearly. And I hope that all made sense to you and resonated with you today. So thank you so much, Rosalina. And I will now get to Karhu. So your question for me, Karhu, is do you know? Oh, and then Rosalina, you said yes. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. I literally it always touches my heart when I'm helping and that makes sense to you and resonates with you. And literally, you guys have no idea how happy I get when I hear that, it just, my words and my messages really resonate with you and you take that within and are able to apply that. So I thank you so much, Rosalina. So Karhu, you said, do you know when I'll meet my soulmate or twin flame? Okay, let's look at the cards and see what they have to say, Karhu. So we're going to have a lot. We're going to do 4 cards for you, Karhu. And we will do also, I will use the notebook as well to kind of direct our reading for you today, Karhu. So let's see, I'm going to shuffle. I'm feeling called, Karhu, for you to pull a card before I do anything else. And I don't know, again, I have to listen to my insight that I've been given. I have to listen to my intuition and just really, I'm directed. I'm just the messenger here. So I just have to listen to that intuition here because I'm feeling like I want to pull a card before I do any drawing. Okay. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I really need to. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. I felt 4 for some reason. 4 is very much like the number for this reading. So what is our first card for you, Karhu? So when we will meet your, okay, boundaries. When or where do you need to establish better boundaries? Okay, so Karhu, this is kind of already clear here that there is a little bit of work we need to do. Okay, so there needs to be boundaries that you need to start placing. I feel like you may have struggled with, having boundaries set when it comes to your relationships. And boundaries are something, to kind of explain that better, what does that mean? So it means, setting boundaries for yourself and for what you will accept and won't accept in relationships with other people. Because, finding that self-esteem and that self-worth, a big part of that is being able to say no. And I'm the first person, Car, who I feel like you may struggle sometimes to say no, but trust me, like I am one of those people too. I struggle with that so much. I hate saying no. I hate, ever like, I'm not very good at boundaries myself, to be honest, because again, I love people and I love, opening up with people and, being there for people. And in a lot of ways, that's been a great thing. And I feel like it's been a great thing for you too, Karhu, where it's like you are such a great friend and you're so compassionate and empathetic and will do anything for anyone that you are loyal to and love. And that's how I am as well. So I can completely relate to you, Karhu, but there still needs to be boundaries set for you. There still needs to be that ability developed where you are able to say, this is what I want and this is what I don't want in my soulmate, in a relationship. I will not accept this and I will accept this. And almost, I believe, Karhu, for you, like something that would be, this is coming to me right now, that would be a really positive thing for you to do, is for you to write down in a journal, just kind of like how I have this paper right here. I'll actually tear a piece off so you can kind of see here. So I would get a journal and I would write down. So just get like a piece of paper, okay, Karhu, and write down exactly what you want in your soulmate, what you want in that twin flame, that soulmate relationship. This is going to help you manifest that soulmate and that twin flame relationship. So this is something you need to do in order for the when. So in order for the time for it to occur, we have to do this first. So I would write down every boundary, like every standard you have, basically is what this card is telling us here, Karhu. So, for me, I'll give you an example. So for me, like something that's huge is like someone who like is definitely, very, it's just anything that like is a big standard for you. So someone, again, who like loves me and supports me, someone who, loves my family, for example, someone who loves family and is good with children and animals, like little things that are very important to you in a relationship and in your soulmate. Not things like, oh, like I want, him or her to be like, like a certain height or this or that. That's not what I mean. I mean something more soul level here. So again, like maybe, a sense of humor. That could definitely be something. Like I definitely, for me, like I couldn't marry someone who isn't funny, because I love funny people and they really, bring a lot of joy to my life. So that would be one thing, but also deeper things as well. Like having that, spirituality and deep soul and having that good heart at the base, that's something that's also important that I would write on my list. So make a list of everything that's super important to you, Karhu, and then do not stray from that list. If it's a non-negotiable for you, do not stray from that. And that's how you're going to manifest that into your relationship and into your soulmate, okay? So that's our first card for you, Karhu. And the first exercise that I want you to do, again, is to write down what you want in your soulmate relationship, what you want to manifest with that soulmate. Again, like, are they a good like any traits that again are non-negotiables. So maybe treats you with so much respect and love, is kind, will go to the ends of the earth for you, will do anything for you. Things like that. Write that down, and then that will help manifest that into existence with your soulmate. Which again, if we are going to get to the root of things, basically, your soulmate is time. It's more than time. And that's something that I tried to kind of express as well, is that true love and true soul connections are eternal. They're not something that, again, time is a man-made concept in a way, true eternity and love and souls are much more than time, So we have to take that into account as well. But in order for it to unfold as it has always been destined to unfold, I would make that list in order to set those boundaries and really manifest that soulmate into your life. So that will kind of show you what you need to do for the time to occur that has always been destined to occur, if that makes sense. So Karhu, your next card I'm pulling for you here is Held. So sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. This really, okay, this makes a lot of sense. So held. Okay. It's someone within your support network. It's within your community. It's someone in community. I don't mean necessarily like it has to be someone who's physically close to you, but they have to be someone, I guess, that is going to be supporting you in some way. And that's kind of one of the ways. So first, remember with our first card, you're going to set those boundaries, know exactly what you want in your soulmate. Okay. That's the first step in the process. The second thing is to really look out for that support within your community. That's going to kind of signal to you if this may be your soulmate. They're very supportive of you. Okay. They're going to really, make you feel very loved and held. Just like the card says held, like a baby, right? We're going to feel that natural, like we're being, like held by our mom, when we're just a little baby. Like it's that support and love that you're going to feel with this person. So you'll feel supported in that they really are caressing you, but they're caressing your soul, if that makes sense. So you'll feel a different kind of level, again, of friendship from them. So they might start even as a friend. I don't know necessarily. I'm not feeling that they have to start as a friend, but they definitely are going to have that friendship and supporting, loving nature. It's definitely, your soulmate is not someone who is dismissive of you or your feelings. They're someone who really embraces them and cares for you in every way possible. They may care for you by, showering you with compliments or gifts or supporting your ambitions in some way. Or they may care for you by, just being there when you're upset and when you need a friend to just express how you feel. And they'll be the first one there really to just hold you, and maybe not even physically hold you, but maybe they'll just listen to you and just be there. And they know you so well that they know when you really, really need them. So that kind of is what I'm getting for you so far, Karhu. Our next card for you, Karhu, I'm going to shuffle here through these. Okay. Okay, Karhu. So then we have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. That already really just shows us that, okay, this makes a lot of sense. Soul Tribe, soulmate, just as your question had indicated, when you'll meet your soulmate, when will you meet the person in your tribe? So this honestly makes sense going with the Held card when it says support community, right? You're going to meet them at a gathering of some sort, okay? A community gathering. This is already giving us a lot of clarity here. You're going to come together at this gathering. So first, again, work on your boundaries, knowing exactly what you want in your soulmate and your partner. First, do that. That's the first step before this can take place. The next step here is you will go to some event. It's going to be an event. I don't know necessarily whether this event it's some coming together. I don't know if it's a hobby or if it's, a church, or it's a community event of some sort where you'll meet your soulmate. Is it a convention? Is it a workplace? It's something, it's a group gathering of some sort where you will meet them. And that is very clear too, because we see right here support and community along with the soul tribe. So there's definitely a element of community in finding your soulmate and being with your soul tribe, being called to something greater than yourself. So you're going to find them in something greater than yourself, right? Once you establish what you are looking for in them. So in order to manifest them, it's going to be at a community event. Now we need to also look, this is all very helpful so far, Karhu. Oh, I'm so happy it's helpful for you right now. I'm just literally just trying to convey any message that I'm feeling here. And this is really what I'm getting so far. And then let's look at another card for you, Karhu, to even get more clarity here. And then I will also draw what I'm feeling as well and seeing. So we can get you as much clarity as possible, Karhu. So shuffling the cards. This is our last card, Karhu. I feel it right now. This is right. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. So again, this is Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Standing beside you. Again, just as we talked about the communities and just about being held. So there's almost like this care, like caring element in some way. So they could be a caretaker. They could be just a support. They're definitely like going to start out as a support of the community. There's so much community in this because look at, it's a line of ancestral community, right? It's the tribe, your soul tribe. And as you can see, the eagle reflects upon the other eagle. So it may be related to nature in some way, but again, it's like coming to your roots because it's your ancestors that they're standing beside you. So it's someone beside you. It's someone it had a community event in some way. And then as far as time, I'm feeling here that, I want to look at all of our cards at once just to kind of give you a timeline of when to expect this event to occur. So I'm feeling here that green, summer. I'm going to some events. No way. So you're going to some events for some certificates soon. Is it going to be this summer that you're going to the event? That is so crazy though. Like, because that's literally what the cards are saying. And there's very much like the soul space that will occur. Like the soul connection, is at a universal level. And that's kind of why I'm seeing the stars in the universe here. But then I believe it will occur in the green. So it's not going to be in the winter. It's most likely going to be, in the summer is what I'm really feeling when you're going to. And you know what also I'm just realizing, and it's really coming to my intuition here, is that you see how it's a full moon. So I believe that the moon will be at play too when this occurs and when you directly meet your soulmate. So I'm going to do a little bit of a drawing for you, Karhu, as well, quickly to kind of get a better look into this. But this already, I feel like, is a lot of clarity here. And I'm so happy because I feel great about this reading for you, Karhu. So I am drawing for you. Oops. I'm drawing right now. Okay, so what really came to me in my drawing here, Karhu, is and again, it's very much, it's not supposed to be a beautiful drawing. It's just supposed to be a psychic, symbolic drawing, because I don't want you to think the artwork itself is not necessarily, but I'm just going with, the spiritual insight here. I'm feeling waves. Okay. So this kind of also, after I wrote your name, I was, really, I was drawn to waves. And just as our last card showed us with basically, the summer ancient ancestors, I believe there's summer, the moon is somehow very much involved in this coming together with your soulmate as well. The most important element though in this reading is the community event, the group event. So that event is where the soulmate connection will fully come to pass. So anyway, that is it for today. But thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys all enjoyed your readings. And I loved being able to do this with you guys today. So thank you guys. Everyone have a great day. Love you all so much. Bye.